Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Okay, I just wanted to talk about a key moment in the ceremony yesterday. I've been talking about Luciferianism, witchcraft, Freemasonry, and pretty much all of these organizations that are attempting to control and manipulate the public. Yesterday's events was chock-a-block full of symbolism. Here we see the coffin on a black and white checkerboard floor and an inverted cross. An inverted cross on a Masonic floor. Of course, it depends on what perspective you're looking at it from. Yeah, this is the perspective that was deliberately shown on TV on many occasions yesterday for the masses to look at. Anyway, this is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this scene. Okay, so what you're seeing there is the Lord Chamberlain, okay, breaking his wand. A wand given to him from the Queen, breaking the wand, and that wand then going down with the coffin, okay? Now notice it's not called a stick. It's not called a staff, even. It's called a wand. What is the definition of a wand? The primary definition, it says here, is a slender stick or rod, especially one used by a magician, a conjurer, or a diviner. Yeah, that's a usual association. It's associated with magic, like in magic shows with magicians, but it's also associated with witchcraft, okay? It's associated with ceremonial magic. Remember in earlier videos I talked about the Order of the Golden Dawn and how they use a lotus wand, as you can see here, and there are details of how to use it for invocation, how it can be used for white magic and black magic. Now, I know people will say, come on man, it's only tradition. It's nothing. It's just a silly thing they do. Really? Well, the Queen was initiated into a Druid ceremony way back. In fact, I believe 7 Grains of Salt, the YouTube channel, did a video on this yesterday, which is worth checking out. Here is a clip, you've probably seen it before, that has been around on the internet for a long time. So, Druids, we've talked about them here before recently, and the connection they had to the demonic sigil that was at the Lost Gardens of Helligan. All of these things are connected. Interestingly, you can see that this breaking of the wand is mentioned here in regards to magicians like Harry Houdini. Here we see the broken wand ceremony. There isn't much about this online, but it says here a broken wand ceremony is a ritual performed at or shortly before the funeral of a magician, in which a wand, either the wand which the magician used in performances or a ceremonial one, is broken, indicating that with the magician's death, the wand has lost its magic. This was notably done by Harry Houdini at his funeral in 1926. Of course, Harry Houdini was also a Freemason. He was initiated into the St. Cecil Lodge in New York in 1923. I mean, you even have a Masonic lodge for magicians called the Invisible Lodge. Here are some of those magicians from that lodge talking about breaking the wand.
This site in 1926, the ritual of the broken wand for Harry Houdini. He was born Erich Weiss on March 24th, 1874 in Budapest, Hungary. He died on October 31st, Halloween Day, 1926 in Detroit, Michigan. 89 years later, we fondly remember the man whose name means magic. The greatest tribute to anyone is to say you live on in the minds and hearts of relatives, friends, and admirers. And so we keep the flame burning and the memory alive for Houdini. He touched us with his unique style so that we as magicians may touch others with the wonders and mysteries of magic as a performing art. When Houdini was initiated into the Society of American Magicians, he was presented with a special wand, the ancient emblem of mystery and power. This tradition continues today as a welcome to all new members of the SAM. The wand is a symbol of the conjurer's knowledge of the secrets of magic and the ability to perform those miracles. But when a magician dies, the wand has no further meaning and no authority. It becomes just a piece of wood. The spell is broken.
Did you notice the symbol on the back of the book he was reading? Similar to the Lost Gardens of Heligan demon sigil for Azazel. Also similar to the Freemason symbol as well. Check my other videos about that. But yeah, they said the spell is broken. I'd imagine now that another ceremony will be done to imbue a new wand with their new master. Here we see this new initiated guide to Freemasonry. As you can see, wands are used all the time. Here we see the wands of office. It says here the director of ceremonies and his assistant and senior and junior deacons each have a wand of office. The DC and his assistant will always carry their wands when moving about the lodge. The deacons, depending on the ritual, may carry theirs. This is Freemasonic, okay? It's Luciferian. It's the worshipping of Lucifer. It's witchcraft. It is all of these things. So what you were watching yesterday, if you bothered to watch it, was a massive Freemasonic ceremony. And for the first time, they showed the breaking of the wand over the coffin of a monarch. This is all linked to Wicca, ceremonial magic. All of these secret societies are secret for a reason. They are practicing stuff they don't want the public to know about. The mainstream fake stream media have put up numerous articles trying to explain what this ritual of breaking the wand was about. Here we see, what is the wand of office and why will it be broken for the Queen? But none of these articles explain why it's called a wand. They just say it's tradition. They don't even explain why it was broken, really. Something about how the Lord Chamberlain used to use the wand to chastise people, hit them or something. Very odd. No real reason explained. So numerous fake stream media articles that don't really explain anything. But I believe they just felt they needed to put something out because obviously people are going to ask questions. Well, it's ceremonial magic, Wicca, Druid, Freemasonic rituals, witchcraft. Now the Lord Chamberlain, who broke the wand, that's not his name, that's his title. The Lord Chamberlain, he runs the royal household, it says here, the most senior member of the royal household, and is responsible for overseeing all departments, staff, and interacting with the government, House of Commons, etc. Now this guy, who is the Lord Chamberlain, his real name is Andrew Parker. Now he used to be the Director General of MI5, which is the security service, and is also part of MI6, the secret intelligence service, the secret service. And this guy is the guy that broke the wand. Kinda reminds me of Her Majesty's Secret Service and John Dee, who was the court astronomer for and also political advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. They say he was the original 007 because he signed his name 007 to designate letters for the Queen's eyes only, and that he was the head of the Royal Secret Service back in 1558 when he became her first court magician. He was the first to use the term British Empire and spent most of his time trying to contact spirits, angels and demons through crystal balls by using scrying. He even wrote a guide book to summoning angels and demons in 1582. There's loads of information on him if you want to check it out. These days, the scrying is being done by everyone with their black mirror devices. This was an early version of the Secret Service, of which we now call MI5 or MI6, which of course the guy who broke the wand in the ceremony yesterday was director of for 7 years. So the point is, there is nothing new under the sun. These institutions and their illusions of grandeur and power are steeped in Luciferianism and witchcraft, whether it's the royal family or the United Nations and the Lucis Trust, formerly called Lucifer Publishing because they worship Lucifer and openly state they do worldwide invocations, worldwide spells for the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. I mean, look at the World Health Organization logo, a staff, or is it a wand with a snake wrapped around it? It's everywhere. which I've documented in past videos. It could be sigils placed in historic gardens or big tech companies. It's everywhere. Yet people refuse to see it. It's right in front of your face. Yet people say, it's just a silly tradition. It's just nothing. Don't be silly, they'll say. The only reason I can think they are blind to this is because they themselves are under a spell. They are spellbound. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to hugotalks.com, my website where you can be notified from source of all videos I upload. And I don't have to rely on third-party platforms to get the word out to you. Okay, see you later.